Hi guys, welcome to the short video about how to test the battery capacity of AA or AAA rechargeable batteries if you don't have a dedicated device. I mean, you can buy even pretty cheap some dedicated devices for $20 or so on Amazon, but it's still an additional device. It needs some space, it needs some money, and I thought, yeah, let's try to find something which we can use also for other stuff, so we don't have to buy an extra device. So this is an old style thing. I mean, I turned the camera a little bit to the side. This is a very old device, maybe 20 years, from Europe. It was actually dedicated for 220 volts, and you can test whatever you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 cells, and you can specify how fast you want to discharge, and then it's measuring how much capacity there is in, and you have to make such a construction. I mean, of course you can make some more sophisticated constructions. I have it just dirt and cheap here, but it works. I have tested a lot of these batteries like this, and it works really good, so absolutely no problem with that. So but these days usually what test do we have with low voltage? That's USB testers, and that's one of these things here, the AVHCY, with this really complicated name. And I try to find a way to test rechargeable batteries, and I have found a way. It was a little bit difficult. I mean, the thing is, with this is one of the most advanced devices to test USB power. I mean, like power banks, these things. So this is a really nice device. You can test so many things, everything with USB, almost everything which has some capacity and has USB-A, USB-C or micro USB adapter. But it's a little bit difficult when it comes to the load testing. So I have bought these USB 2 alligator clamps. I have attached a little bit of cardboard so it keeps two batteries stable behind each other, so we are getting to a little bit higher voltage. That's the problem here, the voltage. Yeah, I've been struggling, and I tried to find a way and even contacted the manufacturer, and they confirmed me that this device cannot test anything below 2.5 volts. So I have added two of them, and now we have 3 volts, you can see. And when we go to the load module, I hope I can show you that without breaking up the whole thing here. When we go to the right side, here's the load module. Yeah, go a little bit closer here so you can see how to do that. So we have different options: constant current or constant power. When we do the constant current mode, I have set it to a very low current, like 0.3 amps. We protect 2.5. Yes, that's the lowest, and we cannot disable that. And when I start it, you can see it is running. So the voltage drops to 2.8 volts, but it is running. That's the good thing. And we can double click and go back and do the long press and reset, set everything to 0, and then we have the measurement, and it will stop when it's empty, or at least it should. We have quite some power here. I mean, we can change that as desired. You can even see what's really going on, more details. I'm not so interested into that. Can go back to the load module. We can increase or decrease the current. Yeah, I'm not perfectly sure with 0.3 amps, but I think it should be good. So I stopped this. What we also can do, of course, the constant power mode. I've been struggling a little bit with some of them. I mean, the constant current didn't work at the beginning. Now it's working. Maybe it was just by chance or by accident. So I'm trying also the constant power with 0.1 watts, and we start the thing, and you can see it also works. So it works actually with both ways. And yeah, so I leave it running, and so I'm going to show you at the very end if it worked, and showed some decent results. So it looks like we are at the end of the test. I mean, it has stopped, and when I start it again, it's stopping after a couple of seconds usually. The weird thing is it's not stopping because of the voltage, it's somehow stopping because of the amps, I think. I mean, when we check the volts, it's still at 2.9 volts. I mean, I have reduced the amps to 0.1. I have been testing this most of the time now with 0.5 amps, and I'm going to tell you why. Also, I have changed this thing. Now you saw that it has been stopping, but I didn't check the voltage. Maybe the voltage went down. Maybe I can check in the video replay. But yeah, definitely something which I have changed is this setup here. The old setup was not really good, and I wanted to show you something really useful. I have cut out this cardboard, or this piece, from a large cardboard box, and I've been folding that and made 2 holes here for the alligator clamps, and then put the batteries in between. So that worked really good, and even when I was moving it around, it was stable. But of course you have to make sure that the holes are at the right location. But of course we can improve this thing here with some kind of plastic rail which you can put along the walls or so. I have seen this, but let's go back to why I was using the 0.5 amps. So here is how I have been charging it. So let's plug it in. Just one battery, that's important, and we see that it's at 0.7 amps. I mean, this is set by the electronics, this is not set by the charger. This 0.7 amps, being the charger can deliver much higher. These are the amps which are consumed by the electronics. The electronics says how much they need, and it's 0.7. So I thought, yeah, I'll drop it by a little bit, some safety margin, and so I gave it 0.5, and it looks like it's a good idea to just take whatever it comes from the charging and then reduce by a little bit, and then set this amount here to the load test. I think this has been a good value here. And by the way, we can go back to the result and we can see it's 1752. That's about what they have been listing. So first, I'm pretty happy with the batteries, and I'm also happy with the test result, and I think we can really use that. This is also confirmation that my setup really works. 2 batteries behind each other. It doesn't change the amps, it's just changing the voltage. If you would measure 2 batteries beside each other, having something like that, it wouldn't change the voltage, it would just change the amps. This is just normal physics. So it looks like this thing works really good. If you want to buy something which is not specifically only useful to measure the capacity of rechargeable batteries, if you want to buy something which can do much more, so it's not a waste of money, a waste of space, so you can definitely go with this thing here, the AVHCY, and this cable, and I will put down both of the links from the Amazon listings down into the description, so you can check it out, order right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.